Oh my goodness, my hearing aids are talking. Let's stop that right now. Hey everybody, Ben here. We got Devin from Iowa's boat in. He's getting LVS42HD installed on a Brew City to his Lund Sport track. So we want to go through and show you kind of what that's going to look like. And again, we got the 90-degree Sport track. Pretty great. And, let's get out of here. We've been doing, seems like LiveScope 2 a day right now, which is awesome. We love to see them going out. A lot of guys are getting into that LiveScope Plus LVS34 still a fantastic base there. It's still a fantastic product. This afternoon we're gonna go do a comparison of the 34 versus 42, so check back to that video. We're really excited for that. Sounds like we've got a bunch of guys that are going to come watch from their boats. No pressure, no pressure. We're an audience. It's pretty basic. I've done a couple of these, so not really talking you through it too well. Got a nice 90-degree sport track there. Hardware. Like, I love it. Showering. Private car. You know, I think I draw the line at the rest. Accident. Meat gazer. All right. This is our. Why am I trying to do such fancy ones? Golly. I'm an ogre. Just own it. It's not patch lock. What do you guys think of the new one? Has anybody out there played this LVS42 yet? Maybe the 44? I'll be honest, I've been so busy, I haven't had a chance to get on the water and play with you yet. Really? Yeah, that 44 for lake trout. That kind of deep water perspective mode I'm hearing I want to play with. That sounds pretty sweet. Unlocking and unpacking. And I should have done this before off camera. It's so freaking hot. I've been super motivated. So one of the first things that I do is make sure that we get our crossbar on. Pretty simple. And then our crossbar locking collar so that it doesn't fall through to the water. Nice two-handle out. Lock that sucker down. These Brew City poles are fantastic. They still have a lifetime warranty. If you ever have any issues with them, you either reach out to Acme Tackle Brew City or Ben's. We'd be happy to help you with whatever problems you have. We don't really see many problems with these. Fantastic poles, too lightweight, robust. Everybody loves the carbon fiber. And then I am going to, we have our base that gets screwed down to our adapter bracket. Pretty straightforward there. So we're live imaging. Does it make you better or worse? I mean, the reason I waffle on that is because I think it makes you a better fisherman. Just it educates you. But it feels like you've become a worse fisherman. I mean, it really shows how poorly you've been angling and presenting to fish for the last 109 years. And all of a sudden you get LiveScope and see what you're actually doing and how the fish are responding. It can be very humbling. So, for the most part, I see that it makes people better fishermen. Makes you more efficient. More aware. And then you can see what the fish is doing and reacting to what you're presenting. Driver I've always really liked. All right, so we got our 90-degree sport track adapter. got our base can then go on. Right. And then we have our handle.
What's a mistake you see other rigged boats? Hobbyists or
What mistakes do I see on rigged boats? Oof, you're trying to get me start some drama here. I'm not gonna say who, but I definitely see a lot of wrong gauge wires being used. Just because a 16 gauge wire is there running 12 volts of power, it does not mean that's the right size wire for what you're doing. The number one thing I see is multiple graphs, LiveScopes, all running at the bow with one teeny little wire, just screaming right, all the voltage dropping. So the biggest thing you got to do is make sure you're running the right gauge of wire for the right distance that you're running it. Number one thing we see. Number two thing we see would have to be batteries hooked up improperly. You got a battery switch. Things are supposed to run through that battery switch and circuit breaker before the battery. A lot of times people just bypass it, go straight to the battery, and they're wondering why they got parasitic draws, goofy things going on like that. Power distributions can be a sucker. All right, so we got this coming together. We got our handle on the top. I don't know where my other tool went, not that I need it. And then we're gonna get to the bottom part here where we're gonna mount our new LiveScope bracket. So for this one, we're gonna need the Butterfingers. We're gonna need the rubber. Make sure you follow the up arrow properly. Oh, it's not doing that. Look nice and flush with the bottom. I think everything is lined up, looking good. Up again. Super excited to play with this. Call it a 4-position. Started with today, like it's Monday or something. I don't even know what day of the week it is anymore. We got multiple perspective modes, pretty cool.
best day of the week to fish?
Best day of the week to fish. Best day of the week to fish. Where do you come up with these questions?
I just what you were talking about. You just figured out what day it was.
I don't know what day it is. How am I supposed to know what day I'm fishing? Best day of the week to fish, not Saturday. I don't know, Tuesday? Tuesday sounds like a pretty dead day on the water. You guys think, what's the best day to fish? Let me know. You guys are gonna bait me into it, and I'm gonna go out there and thinking, oh, Thursday. Well, you suckers are gonna be waiting for me on Thursday. My spots. I don't like that. I'm gonna have to redo that at some point. Play with that system, perfect it. We have this disc here as well. So depending on what adapter you use, it'll stick back. Pull that sucker off. Got some indexing holes. There's really only one way to put it on. Slap that sucker on there. What other crazy question you got for me, Reed? I see you cooking up something over there while you're giggling.
Coffee or energy drinks?
Anywhere that knows me knows I'm addicted to energy drinks. I love coffee. I used to drink a pot of coffee every morning. You couldn't talk to me before I drank a pot of coffee before 7:30. We've grown up. We've gotten away from that. Now you don't talk to me before 8 o'clock before I've had a Red Bull or a Spilt. Ooh. Was it know me know I drink? Yeah, shout out Spilt. You know, I drink a gallon of milk a day. There's nothing better on earth than baby bovine growth hormone juice. But Spilt, it's a milk-based energy drink. Chocolate milk-based energy drink with protein. Ooh-wee. All right, why am I? You guys are distracting me. I'm not put my disc on. You got me talking about milk and What other nonsense is going on here? Energy drinks and coffee. I haven't drank coffee for a while. It's the ethics, right? Is coffee unethical? Is coffee harvested unethically?
I think it's like anything. Depends on who harvested it. How?
These three little dots are absolutely melting my brain. I do not understand. I'll get it here. I'll get it here. There's only three ways it can go.
What's one sonar feature people overlook?
One sonar feature people overlook. I would have to say the trails setting. In order to be able to turn on the target trails, I really like it. You can turn it on slow, medium, or fast. And what it does, it looks like you ate a bunch of mushrooms or acid, and all the fish on the screen have colorful trails behind them. I kind of like it because when I'm drifting for lake trout, I see all these different fish at different levels. It leaves a nice level trail. And what I start to see is patterns, fish relating to the thermal climb, that nice trail. So turning on your trails is kind of a cool feature. It looks really trippy and psychedelic, especially if you're fishing crappies. The trails feature. All right, so we got our new setup here. We have our new transducer. And screws on just like every other one. We got Aaron here. Aaron, come on over. Come on in, introduce yourself. Special guest Aaron, the man, the myth, the legend himself. How's it going, man?
Good, how are you?
This is Aaron Golden's Mobile Repair.
All right.
I'm gonna have to charge you for the plug. So we got that new transducer on here. Go ahead and put your pole on it. We're gonna go ahead and install that on Devin's lung, send it back to Iowa. So Aaron, we were just going over new LiveScope 2 and figure it out, get to work, install it for us, man. If you don't own yourself, check it out, bensmarine.com.